How do I know if I'm picking the right reining trainer for my horse?
Well, that question really depends on what your goals are. Not all reining trainers are the same, just like not all doctors are the same. There's some really good doctors and there's some really shitty doctors. There's some really good reining trainers and there's some really shitty reining trainers, okay? So it really depends on what your goals are. There are some reining trainers that are really good reining trainers, but more on a professional level, meaning for them to train a great reining horse, for them to show, or if you're a certain caliber of rider, that you can show it. And there's other reining trainers that are not necessarily the best reining horse trainers for the open competition, but they're really good non-pro coaches. They can train a reining horse for somebody else to go show. So non-pro, rookie, amateur, all that stuff. They're really good coaches. Typically, the really open riders that are really good trainers and can win at the highest level are not typically the greatest coaches. And then typically the greatest coaches in the reining world that really do a good job teaching and coaching and encouraging aren't necessarily that talented on the open level. And that's not a slide. I don't think that's a good or bad thing either way. It's just general tendency. So if you're wanting to compete in reining yourself because you want to compete, I would try to find whatever reining trainer is closest to you within reason that specializes in or has a big non-pro customer base. And then go talk to that trainer, maybe take a few lessons on his horses, get to know him, talk to his customers, that kind of stuff. If you don't want to show it yourself, but you want it trained, and maybe you'll show it its 4, 5, or 6-year-old year, but you need it trained for the futurity, then it really doesn't matter. Send it to whose budget you can afford, and you can send it to anybody in the country. You don't have to send it to where you live locally. Reining has a big hub of reining trainers in the Oklahoma, North Texas area. Arizona's another big hotbed, okay? Scottsdale area. So I would tell you this though, if you send your horse away from training, make sure you go see it at the worst every 6 to 8 weeks. Every 6 to 8 weeks, call them up and say, hey, I want to come see my 2-year-old, I want to come see my 3-year-old, okay? People do what you inspect, not necessarily expect. I'm going to say that one more time. This goes for employees as well. Employees and horse trainers will do what you inspect, not necessarily expect, okay? So that's something you want to keep an eye on. When I've sent horses to reining trainers over my career because I was busy, I was traveling, I was on the road, but I still wanted to be in the industry. So I've sent horses to Andrea Fapani, I've sent them to Sean Flaherty, I've sent them to lots of different people, okay? But even though I sent my horses there, I still got my ass on a plane every 6 weeks, flew up there, flew to where they were, and watched them for a day and flew home. Now, I'm not saying that the trainers would or wouldn't have done a phenomenal job without me watching, but I know because I was watching, no bullshit could get by me. Okay, so make sure that if you're going to send your horse away, don't be rude and just show up. Call them ahead of time. These are busy professionals. They have busy lives. They have other customers other than you. So, hey, what day next month would be good for me to come see my horse and just watch him for an hour or two and watch you train a few others and go home? Be polite about it because he does have other customers other than you, okay? And watch what's going on. Talk about it and see how you're getting along. A lot of it just comes down to what your goals are and what is that trainer. Every trainer has strengths and weaknesses. So if their strength is what you want, use them. If it's not, maybe look for somebody else.
Take your horsemanship to the next level. The No Worries Club Premium membership is your ultimate portal to complete your horse training. You'll have access to Clinton's complete training library, thousands of hours of step-by-step instructional videos. You'll master all aspects of horsemanship, from fundamentals to trick training. You'll have access to our exclusive social network that connects you with thousands of dedicated horsemen from around the world. You'll have the method available wherever you are and accessible through the web, your phone and tablets, or your favorite streaming devices. You'll receive 8 all-new training videos per year and the quarterly No Worries Journal, as well as access to the ever-growing video library, Q&As, performance horse series, blogs, and more. But that's not all. You also get free tickets to walkabout tours and priority access to the latest news coming from Down Under horsemanship. Not to mention VIP pricing on all of Clinton's must-have training tools. So what are you waiting for? Unlock the ultimate access and jumpstart your training program today.